Welcome to Chapter 2 of the Sea King's Malice. We are here. A lot of things happened in the last episode, and we're going to jump right back in once our players introduce themselves. Cynthia?
Hi, I'm Cynthia Marie, and I'm playing Kira, Nightlog. I am a level 4 monk.
Hi, I'm Kyle Vogt, and I'm playing Mongor, a level 4 half-orc barbarian.
Hi, I'm Jason Charles Miller, and I'm playing Torpin Tumblefoot, a halfling rogue thief, level 4.
Hi, I'm John Adarola, and I'm playing also a level 4, a human warlock named Scuttle.
No healers.
We got some healing potions.
Yeah, healing
Play
potions.
us out.
I'm Satine Pheonix. I'm your game master for this episode, and the next episodes, and also last episode. But in this episode, boom, boom, boom. The last we left you, you were in the captain's quarters, heading out. You just had an extravagant dinner with a very handsome and narcissistic captain who rushed out because you have heard that there's somebody on the water. Something's on the water. And the captain says, of course you can let them up.
We need a plan, and we need it quick. I gotta drop off this very hot food that's going on in my pocket here. You have extra food, no?
Oh, here's your food.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
great.
fight.
I don't think this is a situation where we need to.
Take it to him later.
Right. Let's check it out.
No,
I run upstairs.
I go out the door.
Close behind.
You're behind. So the four of you,
I'm trying to hold on to my quarterstaff and the food and the stuff that's dripping out of my pocket.
you have cheesy chicken.
And I don't really have my sea legs yet.
You've got the stick, you just need a bindle.
Oh, man.
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's what napkins are for.
It's a that's a Constitution saving throw, but not at disadvantage. You did eat. Okay, I'm gonna roll to see whether you get disadvantage or not. You get over a 10. If I get over a 10, there's a lot. It's very complex. You do not get disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay, so
Work.
that staff is stabilizing you a lot.
I got a 16.
Oh.
I got a 16.
The smell of all the foods, right? All of the chocolate and the chicken and the cheese.
Whew.
Yeah, you're good though. And you guys all rush up to the edge, and you see everybody's kind of over there. And go ahead and roll me a perception check.
See in the dark?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, 11.
Oh.
Natural 20.
Ooh,
She went blind.
you got a 1. Oh,
Off to a great start.
Got a 9.
11.
you're the only one that sees what happens. We will get to you momentarily. I'm not like pointing at you or calling you out for all the things, but you tell me and the rest of us what happens
Fantastic.
when you roll a 1 in perception, holding all the food and your staff.
So I'd like to point out that all the food's probably pretty stacked up high, so I just I don't see anything, and I'm just trying to pile through, and I'm probably going to trip over my staff walking and have some of the food actually fly out of my hands.
So
So
you trip over, you smack yourself in the face,
Yeah.
the food goes flying on the deck, and that is what's happening over here. However,
disaster.
our very fighty friend, he notices that there are about 6 robed figures on a raft. But the thing that you notice, and only you notice, you got a natural 20?
And 22.
Yeah. You see little reptilian feet sticking out of the cloaks.
Oh. Usually people, I'm gonna pick up the nearest barrel that I can and just chuck it right at the raft. The heavier the
Okay.
better.
Nobody notices that you're doing that. Nobody. Unless your friends do, but nobody else on there does. And you pick it up, you chuck it, roll to attack.
So my reckless attack gives me 25 to hit.
You just went bowling. What you see...
How much damage does a large barrel do? Is that a D12 or more?
Oh. Well, here's the thing. You do that, and it's like an explosion happens on this raft, and all of these little lizard creatures, you would recognize that they're kobolds. And they're just like, and their clothes fly off, and then you hear, and a couple of these, they're not exactly, I don't know how to pronounce this, but the two of you who've been at sea, Lacedons, like, it's almost like the raft, like, knocked them on the head and knocked them out. And so a bunch of them start floating.
Ooh.
And then you see...
Underwater undeads.
You see these tails just...
In the water.
Yeah, swimming away. So you pick up the barrel, and nobody else sees this.
Okay.
So you pick it up and roll to attack.
And reckless attack gives me 25 to hit. So.
And you go bowling in the ocean at night, and the barrel just hits, and it's almost like an explosion, and you hear, ah! And flying from this raft are a bunch of kobolds, very easy to spot. Their robes are flying off, and you hear, and it's almost as if the raft hit whatever was under it on its head, and you see the bodies of these mer-looking folk. You would probably recognize them. So Scuttle and Mongor, you'd recognize them as Lacedons.
Oh.
And you see their bodies just floating, but then behind them you see these tails and fins just swimming away. And you've got some of the kobolds like, help me, and then, but only a couple of them are actually making it up. The other ones are kind of must be falling under or something.
So there's two boats?
There's just one raft.
One boat, and there's lines down to it. People are coming up it.
No, so basically out in the ocean, there's a raft, like a makeshift raft, and these were on it, and then he threw a barrel. And so now there's like a broken raft, and then these like kobolds swimming in the water.
Okay, but they're not climbing up on the ship.
No.
There are other creatures. The other creatures were underneath the raft.
Yeah.
They were trapped.
It's their navy.
Huh.
Kobold navy.
So yeah.
Nope. And when I notice she's stumbling the other way, I'll kind of reach out and grab her. No, this side of the ship.
Oh.
Turn her this way.
You grab me by my belt again.
There's a lot of food on the ground. So what happens is the captain turns and he says, Monor, we're so gracious, and I knew you would come and save the day. And he comes and he's walking up to you as you've moved her character,
Okay.
and
Get ready to fight.
slips and boom, hits his butt, and he's like, oh, and you hear snickering from behind, and he quickly gets up and goes, that's enough here. It is time for bed. It's time for bed. Everybody disperse.
Didn't you just give the order for those creatures to come on board?
It was a test to see how fast you would all come out of the cabin. You are supposed to be very, very adept adventurers, and you did very well. Thank you very much. Now go to sleep. He goes off to his, and Jace is like, thank you so much, actually, because that would have
been
bad. And she looks over, and you just see these gross-looking, mer-looking kind of, they just look very wrong, these long spins, and they're just floating.
So I'm sorry. What was it? What are those
Those
things?
are like fishy people. Big eyes.
That's what they're called. Fishy people.
No, they're called Lacedon.
Lacedon.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, let's go to bed then.
We're sailing away.
Sailing away. Rolling.
And the ship is leaving them behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jace, I'd double the guard tonight if I were you.
Huh?
Watch.
Oh, yes. And she looks up and she gives a whistle, and it's a very specific whistle. And the gentleman in the crow's nest looks down and nods at her.
Mm.
All right, let's
Well,
go to bed.
Just hands off and head back to the cabin.
All right. You go back to the cabin. You give whatever food you have left to this
Yeah.
little boy,
Pockets.
who, at the smell of it, pops up and like devours it as you're handing it to him.
Oh, okay.
Strangely, eating a lot more than a normal little boy would.
He's a growing boy.
He looks like he hasn't eaten in a really long time.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah, so you guys go to bed and you travel a bit.
I'd like to clarify, I'm going to be transing.
Oh yes, of course, you trance.
Transcendent.
Give me 3 con saves.
Oh man. Advantage or
Just normal.
Just go for it.
This is what.
Sea legging it.
This is the next.
That
A little
chocolate
while,
volcano's gonna
actually.
drop back up.
I've got a 17, a 10, and an 11.
When you're getting the hang of it,
Great.
and right when you think you're getting the hang of it, you lose it twice. But
Gotta meditate more.
more practicing. So, okay. Much time has passed at sea. Some have tempered their sea legs, others not so much. The Bounty is back at sea after a brief investigation at Worsley. What have you found out? So, this is a very quick overrun view of Worsley. We're not going to role play what you did there, but we are going to find out what you found out. So, investigation checks, please. What?
Mongor's investigations. That's
Is there a
fine.
negative?
Go.
You add your proficiency to the ones that you're proficient in, right? It's not calculated on there.
It's already calculated.
Oh, it is calculated. Okay. Yeah. 18.
All right.
14.
That's not so bad.
13.
4.
Okay.
You
So you guys learn a whole bunch of stuff. What were you doing that you didn't learn anything?
I found I investigated the local tavern. Never seemed to make it out. The draught there was especially
You
strong.
found the rum store?
Yes.
Okay, what was the specialty drink you got lost in? The one, in the big punch bowl with the umbrella and like the pineapple on the side.
It was called the Halfling's Delight. I couldn't resist.
It's like the size of you.
Reminded me of the home that I never had because I grew up on the streets. But there was something stirring inside me. Made me want to try it.
Booze. It was the booze that was stirring.
Fine.
Okay.
Strong.
And the strength.
And the umbrella.
So the rest of you find out a whole bunch of stuff. This is note time. Okay. You learn that
Assuming they tell me.
Oh, they tell you. I mean, I'm not going to say what they
After we
tell
give you
you.
some coffee.
Huh?
After we get him some coffee.
Shake it off a little bit.
It's a very good coffee. It's very tropical. Okay. Captain Elisa Brand and the Zephyr refilled her hold and departed from Worsley, all in good order, just as her father said. While in town, Captain Brand met with a drunken sailor who used to work for the ZA before being terminated for excessive drunkenness. That sailor, Jasper Kronks, he tells everyone who would listen about a remote tropical and volcanic island that had gems just lying around on the beach. And this island is called Crocodile Island. However, everybody who heard this, like people that are telling this to you, they just laughed it off like it was nothing. Except Elisa. She took him with her when she departed.
As we're doing all this investigation, does anyone know anything else about this Jasper Krunks? Anything about his history?
He's the boozer. Yeah. Nobody believes him. Everybody thinks he's a scallywag.
Was he ever seen fighting?
No.
Did anyone else join the crew there?
Mm-mm. He's the only new member.
Do we know where Crocodile Island is?
Nobody in your crew knows. And you're more than welcome to share this with Jace or Captain Timothy.
Do I get to fight anybody?
Do you want to fight?
Yeah.
You want to go find a fight club?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least just a fight in a tavern.
Investigation at advantage.
Is it a fight club?
We'll see.
If it is, she's not supposed to say.
That's also true.
I'm his manager. I'm supposed to know these things.
I got an 11.
You get in a bar fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you break a bunch of chairs and get kicked out for causing trouble. Yeah.
I try to smooth it over diplomatically with this one.
How much money do you spend?
Couple gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like gold goes a long way
Yeah.
around these parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 gold is just fine. So that is what you guys know. That's all you could know from this adventure. And then you are off again.
Where are we headed?
Right. Should we be going to Crocodile Island? I mean, it seems like there's buried treasure
Yes.
there.
Do you know where it is?
No.
That makes it hard to go there.
I try to find Jace.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Okay.
Captain?
Yes. Captain Obvious.
This ship can't have 2 captains.
I'll throw him overboard.
I might be
And proceed to start walking that way.
Oh no!
Oh.
So you guys remember that she was supposed to go from Warsley to San Caseo.
Yes.
So you were en route to San Caseo.
I wonder if anyone at San Caseo might know where Crocodile Island is.
Yeah, Jace might know.
No, we asked everybody on our ship.
Oh, that's right.
But if she took, what was his name? Jasper, and they went sailing, maybe he knew someone at San Caseo so they could get to the island. Or maybe she left him at San Caseo
How far?
because he was a...
Month.
Neither the captain nor Jace were familiar with it, or any rumors about this place.
That's the first a lot of people have heard, which is why nobody believed him.
So map maybe we could address to see if this is charted territory.
We have the navigation maps in the ship, but I'm assuming they would show Crocodile Island if we asked them where it was and they didn't know.
Jace, whenever you have these questions, like maybe you're on deck and you say, "Hey, Jace, I've got questions," she goes back to your staterooms and then is more
Open.
normal with you.
As we're sailing, just in general, I'm going to try to stay on the deck as much as possible, keep a lookout for any sort of landmarks that people don't think should be there or anything strange.
Okay, cool. So you'll have advantage on your perception checks up there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
talk to the fishes?
No, I have an awakened mind, but I don't know if it works on bipedal sentience. Any creature.
Oh,
Creature.
interesting.
I don't think it lets them talk back, though.
Oh.
I don't think.
You don't know till you try.
Okay. Okay. So with my awakened mind, as I'm up there, do I feel sort of the presence of any other minds as we're traveling? Especially any, not like I'm looking for maybe like a mammal, like a dolphin or something like that.
Absolutely.
I love
Super
dolphins.
easy. Pods of dolphins love racing this vessel. It's super fast and it's very sleek, so they're very excited. So what do you do as they're...
So
I don't know what dolphins
I'm going to brush off the immediate PTSD that comes of seeing dolphins, but these are alive. They're not the dead ones that I danced with deep below the ocean's surface. And I'm going to project to them.
Be very specific.
They wouldn't know what the name of the island is. They wouldn't have seen her. Okay, I'm going to project the image of a crocodile, which I'm assuming I'm familiar with from my decades traveling the waterways.
Okay. So, you see this pod. And they're jumping, and you kind of look over, and you mind beam.
That's what I call it, mind beam.
Mind beam an image of a crocodile. This particular pod is you see rainbows reply, you see clouds, you see magical unicorn seahorses, you see other jumping dolphins, you see many ships that are fast like this one, and then you feel happiness.
The magical seahorse unicorns. The image seems to be of a clearly magical creature.
Yeah, almost like.
We should keep an eye on that.
Actually, roll insight.
Oh.
Insight?
Yeah.
Roll well.
18?
They made that up. That's in their imaginations. Dolphins
Dolphins.
imagine too.
Do we know what he's doing, or were we just watching him like, meh?
I would say that my character standing by himself and trying to mentally contact animals is probably not out of the ordinary for him. But just because I failed with them, I will still be trying as the days go by to contact other animals.
Okay, cool.
I have an affinity for squid and octopus.
So I have an idea. Can I may contribute? real
Yeah.
quick? So I would wonder if anybody had any idea of what her ship looked like. So instead of perhaps, and I discuss with you, I don't know exactly what you're doing, but if you're trying to communicate with them, perhaps not actually, we might want to try what her ship looks like.
Jace would know.
Jace would know. It's a fine suggestion. Let's track down the captain and Jace.
So,
Not the captain.
Not the captain.
Not the captain.
you guys get together, and she explains what this ship looks like, and that was one of the ships that the dolphins were racing.
I immediately look at her and I smile. Good call. Did when they contacted me, was there anything about the image that would be actionable? Anything like just a ship in
We
water?
love playing. That's pretty much what you're getting from these dolphins. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, this is so fun. I love this ship.
And
And this ship, and this ship, and this ship. It's really cool.
How far out of port in Worsley is it? How far out are we? Like, 'cause
Well,
she's been nearby.
Where are they playing with that?
yes.
Okay.
Where were they playing with that ship?
You've got me. Are the dolphins still nearby?
These ones have gone now.
Perhaps we can contact other ones down there. We can make some sort of mental map. I'm not adept at making maps, but
I know
perhaps we
maps.
can piece together different imagery that they're trying to show you and
That's
see
true.
if there's anything that correlates up above.
Or if I found one that had seen it, I could give back that same image. Maybe they might go towards it. But he knows triangulation. Maybe we could form some sort of map.
If they know the stars.
That's a good idea.
But if not, you may have to ask them where to go.
I'll ask. They're simple creatures, though. We'll see what I can get from them.
Oh, you have to be nice to simple creatures.
I've heard that octopus are quite smart.
I've heard that too, and I've seen that.
I just hope we're not going a month out of the direction where we're supposed to go.
We can't be too far. The dolphins did see the ship somewhere near here.
But now we're heading to San Paseo,
And the ship wasn't underwater, correct?
not if they were chasing.
If they were racing, it,
That's a
they
good
would-
Unless they were chasing it underwater. Let's hope not.
There's a lot of magic around here.
So I'm still processing all the images that were beamed back into my head. Does it seem like any of the ships, do they look like they might have been not merchant ships, that they might have been pirate ships? Any weird insignias or flags, anything like that?
Let's see how much the dolphins would know.
See how much danger there might be.
I never thought I'd ever hear that sentence.
Really?
You do. There are a lot of different kinds of ships. Some of them are pirate ships, but none of the ships are near any other ships. And they're not near any land. This is like out in the ocean where they can go full force in any direction.
Well, unless you've got any bright ideas, I'm going to try to talk to more dolphins.
I think I just gave you the one that I had.
Well, let's see if we can do it.
Okay, so some time passes, you're waiting for dolphins. Everybody roll me a perception check.
It's 21.
Nat 20.
Wow.
19.
I'm not very perceptive, apparently.
Everyone but you notices that things are going missing, not on your persons, but people are starting to complain about things going missing. There's little fires being there's little fires being made places. Things have been destroyed just randomly, or he hasn't taken things, but like boxes are getting cut up, crates are getting cut up. There's more mischief as time goes by. But we're going to leave it at that because land has been out of sight now for a couple days. Other than the occasional pod of dolphins that has accompanied the bounty for short stretches, the voyage thus far has been almost boring. That last pod that you saw, that's pretty much the last time you've seen anything. That is, until the normal creak of riggings and usual banter among the crew is broken by a sharp cry from the barrelman. Ahoy! Starboard! As all eyes swing in that direction, you see quite the sight. Scores of large fish, maybe a school of tuna, break the surface of the water, porpoising at high speed. Suddenly, a huge and pointed maw attached to a reptilian head the size of a carriage breaks the surface of the sea and engulfs maybe a dozen of the big silverfish in one swallow. As this monstrosity continues to breach, the ship lists suddenly to port under your feet due to the water displaced by this massive creature. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, Jesus.
How'd you do?
Not the greatest.
Better than 3?
Better than you, yes. I got an 8. Holy cheese!
After
Whoa.
regaining... Wait, who fell?
I got an 8.
All right, you failed. What'd you
I
get?
got an 11.
20.
You're fine. The rest of you fall on your butts.
Ah!
And after regaining your balance, your eyes swing back to the source of the disturbance. It doesn't actually look like this, but this is pretty much the size of it.
Yeah. It's a guard.
Wow.
Let's try.
I think that might be the
Crocodile
island.
Island.
It's a huge turtle-like creature with a long tail and neck, with large talon flippers. This massive creature is easily as large, if not larger, than your ship in length and width. As water continues to stream off the crenulations of its shell, its huge head swings in your direction, with baleful eyes fixed on the bounty. It surprisingly speaks in common. Its powerful voice sounds like a combination of hissing and a beast clearing its throat. Well, what do we have here? It has been many moons since I have tasted land-bound flesh. Maybe you have something delicious for me?
It talks?
In common.
Oh my god.
It's dragonish.
It's looking at everyone on deck. Suddenly you hear a screech. Ah! What is that thing? Kill it, destroy it! And it's obviously Captain Timothy.
I look at the rest of my group and I go, we may have something delicious for
Don't
him.
do it.
No.
What? I walk up to the railing. What do you like to eat?
Flesh.
Do you like cooked flesh?
Yes. Especially, and it looks down at the captain. The squirmy ones taste the most delicious. And he just keeps screaming, and the other crew members are starting to like run after him to try to tackle him, but he's very wily right now. He's like, what are you doing? Don't just stand there, kill it dead!
Why don't you just give us some food?
I stride up to the edge of like where the railing is, and just perspective on the thing. Does this thing look of a size that we could potentially kill, or is this thing like a god of the ocean?
So hold
Bigger
this
than
up to
this
that
This is
ship.
next to the ship.
Okay.
It's that big.
Okay. I don't have that level of confidence, I don't think.
Jace starts freaking out. She's like, oh, great one. What could we have that would please you? We are nothing more than a mere sailing vessel. He's like, certainly. You must have an extra crewman or two for me to snack on.
I look at you and I just go to the captain.
Give it nothing! Destroy the beast! Destroy it! And he's like trying to like find like something to throw at it. He's just like, he's got a sword out and he's like freaking out, and his people are like surrounding him going, shh.
We should have kept some of those kobolds.
Oh my god. Well, you think they would know what he would want to eat?
Let's give him something from the kitchen then.
Maybe more pork?
I'm not quite sure that's gonna really satisfy him.
Everyone roll a nature check.
Really?
You hear people around going,
Really?
Shut him
Did you get an
up.
actual 20?
Keep him quiet.
21.
17.
21.
Nice.
Well,
17 and 21, you notice that this dragon turtle is not amused at all. He's starting to get annoyed and restless, and he looks hungry.
Oh, we should hurry up. This is not good.
Yeah.
Well,
as much as I'd like to throw the captain overboard, that would seem to undercut our mission slightly.
Yes.
It might improve it, but fine.
The captain kicks one of the people on the ship who's trying to grab him, and he's like, I said attack! Attack!
No, wait, hold on. We can figure this out diplomatically. Actually, we are on a mission that we are going to find some people. Perhaps if we can buy some time, we may be able to find you some fleshy goodness. Not on this ship particularly, but perhaps somewhere else.
does he know where crocodiles are to eat?
But I want food now.
But see, there's a lesson to be had here.
He begins to circle the ship.
I yell out, my lord, we have heard of the legendary island known as Crocodile Island, where it's completely inhabited by crocodiles that you could eat for days. So much food that you would be satiated for the rest of your natural life.
Yes, but folks like you are like candy to me. And he comes up, says that, and then ducks down in the water. And the waves, you grab the rail. The waves just, and you feel the ship start rising. And then you feel that weird thing in your gut where there's no more water, and the whole ship goes, So everybody except for Kyle's character, make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Really?
Oh, he still got goods.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah.
Dirty 20.
Oh, that's great.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
15.
17.
cool.
Shit.
Yeah, you guys are great. You land, boom, you just grab some ropes. People are starting to slide and fall. Somebody roll me a d10.
Well, 7.
7 people are overboard. And this thing hits so hard and unexpected.
Anybody that we know?
They're going to sing something or still singing?
You just see people go with the waves. You can't actually tell who has gone yet.
Well,
Do we see, has he surfaced?
He's surfacing right now. He comes up. You see his head pull back. It's almost like the clouds that were around him just go into his nostrils as he's preparing something. You have one thing that you guys can each do at this very moment.
well, I hope you guys can see.
Is he facing the ship or
He's
is he
facing the ship.
I dive for cover?
Okay? You find like a barrel or...
Or behind the stairs? Or...
Okay, you go behind the stairs. What do you do?
I get to the other side of the mast and just sort of grab onto it, but also
Bracing?
stealth behind it, bracing but hiding.
Okay, roll stealth.
Natural 20.
Nice! Kira.
I'm casting darkness.
Okay. And Scuttle.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I'm near the edge. I yell out, wait, I'll give you the captain. And see if it stops him. I have a plan.
Okay. The captain, hearing this,
Oh no.
you see him try to hide under the other stairwell. And you all have to, I think this is a save. Make me a con save. What those of you who are hiding, you hear.
So I'd like to point out when I'm doing darkness that I'm choosing the point where all of us are basically around, so it's a radius.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So this hot steam comes from its nostrils and its mouth, and it is just cascading over all of you and everybody else on deck.
What was the save that we were doing?
Constitution.
Thank you.
What'd you get?
20. I got a nat 20.
All right. Kyle, you're fine, actually. 19?
To be honest, how much full cover gets me?
So, 6. Roll for the captain also.
Con save?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
19
On the die?
on the die.
Roll for Jace also.
No, without her, we're doomed. 8.
Oh,
You and Jace both take 52 points of fire damage. Everyone else who was out and had to roll, take half that.
52 is 20.
Kyle, you're fine.
Oh, I've got 1 hit point left.
I can't math that fast.
I'm gonna take a break on the deck for a second. Dead.
you out?
Knocked out. Yeah.
Okay, so you're knocked out.
Good battle nap.
Kira's knocked out.
I had a plan.
Oh, I'm so down.
Jace has been attempting to move a barrel to the side, and she gets hit, and you just see her flesh just pucker, and she's not out, but she's looking messed up, and she's pushing this, and she says, it actually goes underwater and then comes back up on the other side, and she says, "Oh, magnificent one, please accept this trifle as a thank you for gracing us with your noble presence." And she pushes it overboard, and it's like all the pork. And it goes scattering, and you hear, "Yes, thank you for being so obedient." And it scoops it up. You just see this big face just... And then it goes back in the water, and it pushes the ship aside. So everyone who can, make me a dexterity saving throw.
I actually have 1 point left, so. You said Dex?
Who's not unconscious?
I have 1 point left. I'm not.
You would have got
One.
1 left?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I couldn't math that fast, but I got it now.
We're so close to dying.
20
double.
24.
Okay.
12.
Okay, so you guys managed to hold on. You're in a very safe space. You're continuing to hold. You, however, roll me
I see his body slide and I go for it.
a d6.
Mm. 4.
1, 2, 3. You're off that way. So go ahead and make me sleight of hand to see if you can run out and catch him.
Me?
Yeah.
I cannot act like sleight of hands.
Roll big.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
At the nick of time, you don't even know what's happening because you're knocked out. And
Seeing
you
this
pull
as a
him back up. Of these 7 people thrown overboard, 4 of them are climbing back onto the ship. 3 are lost.
Oh.
Yes. 1 that is lost was the woman who was holding Red.
Oh, the one who originally found him?
Oh.
And you are now back. The water's settling.
Has anyone seen Gar?
No. I was just about to give him a stern talking to for lighting fires and stealing little trinkets. But our
Scuttle needs help.
Scuttle,
I'm gonna
roll me a death save.
I'm gonna scan through Scuttle's pockets for a healing potion.
Just straight 20. 14.
When you look at him, he doesn't look like he's bleeding out a little bit. His skin's all messed up, but
Horton's throat.
yeah.
You said you know how to medicine. Do you know medicine?
You know how to cut
One success.
wounds.
Okay.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
4, 6.
Cool. So heal 6, and the way I usually play this is you have to wake an unconscious person up. So if you want to let them rest or however you want to do it. However, anyone that got hit full force with that steam, like your skin is blisters.
Yours is leathery, so it's sort of.
It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
anyway.
It's an improvement.
Yes.
It's now soft
Slightly
and
different.
supple leather.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually what it was. How are you
Um,
doing, Elf?
Good.
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 I'm gonna carry Scuttle into his place.
Okay. Are we all close together?
Yeah, you guys are all together.
So as I'm like dangling in his strong arms, I cough a few times and say, "Just to be clear, I wasn't gonna give him the captain. I was gonna use my phantasmal image to send an illusion overboard, and then I go back to sleep."
Oh.
Ooh, we should tell the captain that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll believe us.
So Redgar he's not in any of the rooms.
No.
He's been getting into trouble. Maybe you go look.
We've never seen Redgar and the crocodile god at the same time. Turtle. Dragon turtle. At the same time.
I feel like that's highly unlikely.
We've never seen Redgar and the lady captain we're looking for either.
Right.
I'd take my healing potion and just pop my healing. I just can't even. You said 2d6 plus 2.
Well,
right?
if we take a
rest.
full rest, our hit points will come back. So maybe we
Oh,
can
save
do
that.
that.
Or just a long rest.
Well, yeah. That's what I meant. Long rest. Sorry.
I shall save this.
Short rest,
then.
long rest. I don't know what full rest is.
Full rest is like where your bed rests in a nice safe place and you get all your dice and your hit points back.
So basically that happens because
Put in a long shift.
much like before, nothing is happening.
Sorry,
Now,
you had to use your potion, but you weren't breathing well.
It was called for.
now we'll look for Redgar. We'd like to search the ship.
While they're resting, I'll go look. If he's going to look, I'm going to go look too.
Okay, so roll investigation. The two of you, you're gonna like spend the night sleeping.
Can I just
Trancing.
Can I just give him a,
Trancing.
I'm going to be experiencing horrific nightmares.
Ooh, we'll come back to that.
Oh no.
I'm very excited.
I got a 12.
Okay.
I got 3.
Wow.
Where is this ship?
With a stealth of 19 on the die, you can't find him. But you have found little things that he's done about the ship.
Redgar, where are you? I start
Hmm.
sort of yelling it out in the lower decks. Redgar, come on out. Come out.
We gotta keep searching, or we gonna go to the cabin?
Roll me perception checks.
19 for me.
19 for me.
Cool. So you guys make your way through and you come back around and you see like a tripwire and you see a little oil on the ground where there wasn't before.
Tried to home alone. I go to disarm the trap.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Keep an eye out for an ambush.
13.
It was easy.
Okay.
It wasn't that complicated. It's more of an annoying trap than a Then I'm gonna kill you trap.
Redgar, we found your little trap. Look, we're your friends. We saved your life.
I say we just go to bed.
Don't want them to burn the ship down in the middle of the ocean. That wouldn't be very good.
I say we go to bed.
Not angry at you, Redgar. We just want to talk to you. We've got food. No ham, though, but other food.
All the bacon's gone.
No more bacon-wrapped pig buns. Here's a problem.
I'm going to bed.
Fine, you go to bed. I'm going to keep looking for him.
You know what?
Okay, you're gonna keep looking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Looky. Investigation.
12.
You can't seem to find him. However, he, at a certain point, he's like kind of putting things in different places.
Mm-hmm.
He had a stealth of 20 on the die. He's been putting things in different places for you to follow.
Okay.
And finally, you end at the kitchen, and nobody else is in there, and he kind of is just sitting there.
Redgar, what's wrong?
This is boring. I hate it here.
Didn't you see the giant turtle?
No, but I felt it. I think I hurt myself. And then he's got like a broken rib.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There is some sort of like ship doctor, right? Medic or
I
something.
didn't see it on the list. I saw a
There
purser.
usually.
Yeah,
In
he's
the
like,
olden times.
I
Okay.
nailed it.
but you mention it, and he's like, I don't want to. No one's gonna. I don't want you to touch me.
Oh, he doesn't like being
Can't just let that fester.
It'll be fine. But I gotta get off of this.
Well, we'll be at the other port soon. It'd be a whole new adventure for you. A whole new life.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel really restless. Like you're not really teaching me that much, and everyone's really boring.
I'll teach you. What would you like to learn? Would you like to learn sword fighting?
Well, you said you'd teach me how to steal things. I want to be better at that. I really want to be better at that. And I do want to know fighting. I think I've gotten pretty good at burning things, but it's now starting to bore me.
I feel like you've leveled out in the burning thing. Let's
do.
work up your fighting skills and you're pretty good at stealth, I have to say. But let's work up your sleight of hand skills. And I've got some thieves' tools. I can show you how to pick locks. What do you think of that?
I'd like that.
That could
That'd
be
be
fun.
great. Yeah. You perked his interest, and you spend the rest of the night, the next couple of days, kind of focusing on that.
Okay.
And so you are now mentoring a 12-year-old boy in the ways of thievery.
A noble pursuit.
And for now, you are all asleep. And after weeks of favorable winds, the weather took an unfortunate turn 3 days ago. 3 days ago. Since then, the Bounty has been caught in a slow drift because the winds have all but disappeared. While the helmsman has been able to keep the ship pointed in the right general direction to the southeast, the Bounty has barely moved at all beyond drifting listlessly on the waves. These doldrums have had a severe impact on the morale of the crew. Where you used to see a generally cheerful bunch, everywhere you look, you now see dark and solemn faces on the crew. There is very little talk and very little noise of any kind beyond the normal creaking sounds from the ship. Except Captain Timothy, who is now raging and angry and stalks across the deck shouting, and he's just really annoying, and everybody's starting to get restless. And just as you thought things couldn't get any worse, they do. What began as some brisk and swirling winds and choppy water has since developed into a raging gale. As the angry storm clouds piled up above the ship earlier today, the crew of the Bounty busily struck all the yard and battened down everything that could be secured. With your stomach lurching in response, you can feel the sea rise beneath you as it tosses the ship up from one furious mountain of water to the next. Again, much like what happened with the dragon turtle. And the noise The din of the tempest combined with the groaning of the ship makes even shouted words hard to hear. It is as if Quell himself were trying to tear the bounty apart. You are in your safe. You are safe in your staterooms, and the doors swing open, close, bam. You hear. Ah!
Did it sound like a human voice?
Sound like somebody got whooshed.
Yep. Off the deck. I'll grab a rope and go running to the deck, and hopefully to find some place to tie my rope to myself and that, and see if there's anybody out there who's clinging on.
So you run out, you've got the rope, and you see this hand just gripping on. So like the knuckles are super white. It's like, and the ship is just. You see this huge wave crash on it, and then it moves away. You got these little white knuckles still holding on for life.
Able to tie the rope? Or,
Mhm.
Okay. And I go running, jumping, try to go.
Okay, athletics check.
Bonus action, range.
All right.
So 19.
Grab him up and just woof. He's super light, much smaller than you remembered, and you have him in your arms. Roll me perception check. What are the three of you doing?
Well,
My instinct was kind of similar. I got a rope in my pack, so I was going to run out and tie myself to a mast as well and see what I can do.
Okay, that running to it to grab it, that's fairly easy. Because you are not a sailor, go ahead and make me a sleight of hand to tie that up. You have one around your waist.
26.
Cool. You have learned a lot being here. And you tie it up, and you're holding on. You've got your rope. You're looking around. You see your friend. We'll come back to you. What are you doing?
For about a minute or so, I'm just laying on the ground next to the bed saying, not again, not again, not again, not again. But I get a hold of myself, and I stumble out to poke my head out the door, but I don't run out onto the deck just yet. I just want to see what's going on.
Perception check.
11.
Yep.
Oh, thought so.
Kira.
so I had a similar reaction. That's what I was thinking too. So I kind of like sat up. I'm like, oh, now. I get up and like. So I peek my head out probably about the same time you do. Like,
Okay, perception check.
13. It's a storm.
Yeah, it's very stormy. The two of you are kind of fighting to who can see what. Big things are happening. You see your friend, you see your friend, and a bunch of people crawling up the backside of the ship. So you're,
People. Right.
well, not necessarily people.
Yeah.
What they look like are fish-faced mer people. You would know them as Marrow.
Oh.
Yes. And they are crawling up.
No,
There-
when I got the Marrow, or is that
No,
somebody else?
no, that is a human being.
Just making sure I wasn't jumping into the wrong place.
And he's holding on to you.
Yep. I'll sort of force him off to the rope, and point out to everybody else. Oh, enemies!
So you guys see him go like this. You can't hear anything that he's saying. This is so loud. The storm is chaos in your head.
And how far away are they?
Okay, so let's. Oh my goodness, I have them here. Okay, well, they're not them exactly, but these are going to do as them.
Just as well.
Okay, let's see.
And where they're coming up?
On this side.
Over here?
Yeah. Ooh, look at all these.
I can make it to you guys.
There's two more. How many did I say?
Oh, you
I
didn't.
didn't
You said a
say.
bunch.
That is actually the technical term.
You sure it's not a school?
Actually, you were correct. There you are. Looking and looking. Can't hear a damn thing. But you certainly see a school of marrow climbing up with their, doesn't look like this. They've got really cool, long, spiky tails and these crazy fish faces and crazy looking fins. And they're coming to get all of you. There are people on deck who are also holding on to stuff.
I'm gonna accept and run it over them as soon as I get a chance.
Okay, cool. I do believe this is the perfect time for
Initiatives?
initiative. Everyone roll initiative.
18.
All right.
11.
Same.
Uh-oh. Who has higher decks?
Probably me.
Mine is 11.
Your base dex, right? Yep.
Yeah.
19.
Whoa!
I
Nice.
defer to your dexterity.
Apparently has not been helping me on a boat.
Huh?
13.
Okay. All right. We have Jason. You are first.
Great. Actually, I'm going to hold because I want to. I've got sort of a strategic. If one of our other allies gets up there, I can do a lot more damage. So I'm going to hold.
You're ready in action?
Hmm?
You're gonna ready in action?
Mm-hmm.
To
I'm going to ready and move and attack.
Cool. All right. So we're gonna hold you there,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have Kira.
They haven't done anything to us, right? Yeah.
Nope.
No, they're just kind of standing there.
They're climbing up at the moment.
Find a second.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Maybe they need help.
Scuttle, you are up next.
No.
Scuttle,
Oh.
wait, hold on.
Hi.
Pause, reframe. Mongor, you are up next.
I run and smash.
Okay, you run head first into. You smashing with your fist?
Nope.
Did you put the person down?
I stuck them onto the rope that's tied me so they can walk their way to wherever as I run over.
It works.
Alright, so I run over and smash. Since there's not a lot that would be on the deck with all the waves, I'm pulling out sword and shield. Going out. Actually, I take it back. I'm just pulling out sword.
Okay.
I'm going
I
out.
was like, where did you? Yes, sword in hand. You rush forward.
Luckily, I'm raging.
Yeah.
With where's my attacks? 24 to hit,
Holy moly. Definitely hits a lot.
and oh wait, it's the wrong one. This one. And 15 for 13 points, and the lightning that's arcing over me because I'm raging zaps them. They have to make a dex
Yeah.
save.
Nice.
Um,
It's a 17 on the die.
then let's see. They don't take anything, I don't think.
Okay. Well, we'll come back
Yeah.
to you. Let me know if that happens.
I will.
Are you holding?
Can I go now?
Yes, you can.
Okay, great. I'm going to charge the same one, but on this angle here,
Uh-huh.
so that I can, if I hit, I will get some nice extra damage, some sneak attack
Oh,
damage
very nice.
as a rogue.
Okay.
So,
Roll that dice and that damage dice.
I get a 17.
Oh
to
yeah,
hit.
totally hits.
And then- all right. Ooh, okay. 10. Ooh, I get 18 points of damage. On that
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So.
guy. 10 from my weapon and 8 more with
Sneaks.
sneakies.
And 3 more from my lightning.
Awesome.
Anytime it gets hit, it gets more lightning.
No, I get to choose my lightning attacks once per round as a bonus action on somebody.
Yeah. Awesome. This guy did not expect that, and he's plus water.
Mm.
D6.
Water.
An extra D6 because water.
Okay.
Because that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
2 more.
Also works on you guys. Saying.
Science.
Because science.
Luckily, I'm resistant to my lightnings.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Kira.
And can
Yes.
I use my cunning action to disengage
Yeah.
without penalty, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna disengage. I'm just gonna go back.
Boink.
Oh, one more there.
So how did that guy look after all that?
Fried fish.
Is he gone?
No?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really good.
These guys are beefy. I think they might be wearing armor. Or they're like scales look like scale mail.
Thick and heavy
Yeah.
scales, muscles.
Yeah. Kira.
So I'm still in here.
Yep.
I am going to actually cast Pass Without a Trace on myself so that I'm sneaky. No one can see me. I'm assuming when I came out, I saw that they were attacking this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to gang up as well and see if I can move over yonder.
Okay, go ahead and make me a dexterity or strength save.
Save?
Yeah. No. An acrobatics check.
Dodger.
As you start running across the deck,
Ah.
everything is moving and lurching. You feel your body getting pulled to and fro.
7 for acrobatics.
Okay, so
15 for dex.
Yeah. you have fallen.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, so you have fallen from that first.
How bad is that fall?
You're gonna find out.
Because I have something for that.
Okay, what is it?
I can slow fall.
So really just you're prone. So you go prone. You're not actually falling.
Okay.
So
checking.
now make a second check. Either acrobatics or athletics. And the only person that sees this is Scuttle.
19.
You see her fall, get swept to the edge of the ship, but you're on the ground and you just hit. And now you're on the opposite side, but you have not gone over the edge.
Does she look like she's in danger of going over the edge?
Pretty much everybody's in danger of going over the edge,
So
but
I
she
will-
looks extra in danger.
I will say I do have my quarterstaff, so I kind of like.
Okay, cool. Would you like to do anything else?
I would like to get up.
Okay, you can get up and move half your speed.
Excellent.
Actually, you've already moved about 15 feet. So if you're pretty much all you can do is get up.
That I'd like to get up.
Okay, cool. Would you like to? Is there anything else you can do?
No. Oh, well. I'm gonna save that for later, so no. I'm gonna just.
Okay.
I'm good.
Scuttle.
From in there, am I able to move enough in a move action to get to maybe the stairs
Oh yeah.
or so? Okay.
As you go onto the deck,
That's
go
what we
ahead and
forget.
make me an acrobatics check.
That's my forte.
Yeah. Trained for many years as an acrobat at the circus.
9.
Yeah. You're gonna have to make me an acrobatics or an athletics check as you fall on your butt.
Oh, athletics isn't bad. Okay, I'll do athletics. That's a 21.
And you go flying towards the edge of the ship and right next to Kira. Kira, you see him, boom, hit the edge, and he is on his butt. You can stand and move 5 or 10 feet.
I'll stick pretty close to her.
Okay.
Doesn't feel so good, does it?
No.
All
I
right.
laughed this whole time, and now it's been turned on me.
So 2 of the marrows are going to... Who's in front?
Me.
All right, so they're going to attack you. The other 2 they're going to charge at Kira. And the other ones that are closer to me are actually going to attack people towards me. So those are all going to attack other people that are not on deck right now because too much chaos.
Crew members.
Yeah, crew
Mhm.
members. You're
Okay.
just attacking other people. Same with those guys. So they are all in melee with all these people. There's a big battle happening. There's a big storm happening. So they are going to harpoon. They're going to harpoon Kira.
Hey!
They come over and they try to
Do we get a reaction?
getcha. Nope. This is their melee attack.
Their attacks.
So that is 21.
Oh, yeah, that definitely.
And the other one's a 1. It sticks it into the side of the wall and
Ah.
it's starting to pull at it.
Yeah.
So, contested strength as
Okay.
it attempts to, it's in your leg and it's pierced your leg, but it's a harpoon, so it's through and back.
Oh!
Okay, so roll straight strength modifier.
14.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You manage to hold your ground as it's trying to pull, but it's in your leg. Okay, so the ones that are on Mongor, they are going to, one of them is going to attempt to bite at your face first, and the other one is going to, or no, that one's going to bite at your face and claw at you.
Okay.
That is going to be an 18 on the die, or 18 to hit, to bite to the face, and a natural 20 to claw.
Hit.
So, that's 9 points, and he takes your cheek. He bites at your face, and just a huge chunk of your cheek comes off. And then,
Those are the rest of my scars.
that's 8 points of damage, actually, on your face, and then 18 points of damage as it scrapes across your chest.
Okay. And half that because I'm raging.
Yeah. But he did take a chunk out of your face. Okay, top of the round.
13.
Okay, I'm going to move back in and stabby the guy that we have been stabbing. Hopefully.
Awesome. As you move, you're going to have to make. You still have to make this,
Okay.
even though you're tied, but that actually helps in the long run.
Right.
So acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Any movement, just to be very clear, you're going to have to make this acrobatics.
Fair enough. That would be a 15.
All right, so you hold your ground and go ahead and do your thing.
I got a 7. Assuming that did not hit.
That did not hit.
Okay. And then so that
Whiff.
as my cunning action, I'm going to disengage back. Or you know what? I'm not going to because I realize how slippery everything is. I'm just going to stand my ground, and that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Mongor.
So the one that hit me, or did they both hit me?
Oh, only one of them did, but that was DM error. So please continue.
Then the
It was
one
a present.
Thank you. The other one's done. The one that hit me, I'm gonna take a shot at again for 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, totally hits.
And that's going to be
So are you hitting the one that you had hit before,
Yes.
or the one that hit you?
no, the wounded one.
Okay.
No, spread the love. 14 points of damage from the sword blow.
Okay. Tell us how it dies.
While the blood from my bite and gouging in my stomach sprays into its face and it's distracted for a moment, I take the sword and I ram it up through its jaw, piercing the top of its head, and shove it back off of the ship.
Bye.
And then for my my bonus action, I'm going to grapple the other one with my free hand and just grab it by the throat
It has these like long whisker things.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Grab him by the whiskers.
Yeah.
No. Grab him by
Okay,
the-
is that contested?
It's contested athletics, or they get athletics or acrobatics.
18 on the die.
No, it's gonna win because I only got 15.
Oh, that sucks. So you go to grab it, but all the little whiskers
Slipperies.
are slippery. Yeah, very slimy. Kira.
So harpoon is still stuck in my leg. Did
Yeah.
they let go?
No.
Great.
He's continuously pulling on it.
Oh.
Okay. I'm a misty step out of there.
Awesome. Where do you go?
I would like to get over here to the captain's chambers.
Okay, cool.
Not inside, but like just in
you
front
can
of
go
it.
30 feet, so if that is 30 feet away, yes.
6 squares. So,
It's like I really can't tell.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I'll get to the mast.
Okay, yeah, you can make it.
And I'm
there.
gonna actually put my back up against the mast so I can kind of like hold ground.
There's like ropes around, and you can like. There's a lot of things that you don't see on there.
So quick question. They're let go, I assume, that I misty stepped and the harpoon's still in my leg.
It is not in your leg.
Okay. Okay, 'cause I was gonna snap.
Well, oh,
Oh.
hold on a second. There's magic involved, and I'm gonna roll a d20, and if I get over a 10, then you got away without a harpoon. I don't remember the rules, but I don't really
I would
care.
prefer the harpoon, to be
Okay.
honest.
Would you?
I rolled a 1. So
Yes, I would, because I don't want to bleed out.
You're bleeding.
Right, but if the harpoon leaves, then I have to figure out a tourniquet.
Yeah, so I rolled a 1. You don't have. Wait, what did I say?
You said that if you get over a 10, she doesn't have it.
You have it.
Excellent.
You super have it. You have it so bad. I rolled a 1.
Excellent. But not with the dude attached.
No, but there is a rope attached to it that he is holding on to.
Son of a ding dong. I would like to attempt to snap at least the wooden part off of it so that it's just the metal that's in my leg.
Okay, let's see about that.
Could be a wooden harpoon.
It's not.
Oh.
It is metal.
Okay, there we
It
go.
certainly is metal. And, okay, so it is metal and there is rope attached.
Well, shit. I'm gonna.
And he's pulling on the other end.
Is there rope on the mast? I'm just gonna grab the rope and kind of like start wrapping myself around. So I'm basically wrapping myself to the mast. So if he's gonna pull me, like it's gonna be real hard.
Okay.
Still hurt though.
Okay, so
You know?
go ahead and roll. Athletics.
Like I mean it.
Yeah. You can't have me.
16. If you can't
You
have
have
me.
got yourself on that rope. Okay, cool. All right, and then we have Scuttle.
Okay, so these two are still near me. One is holding onto a rope that's attached to her.
Yeah, it's looking at her because it's like, what?
Yeah.
The other one now is looking at you.
Okay, I don't want to move. So I'm going to just sort of brace myself, and I want to unleash my dissonant whispers on the one that's got the rope connected to her.
Okay. So,
Can I tell you what the dissonant whispers are?
yeah.
So
Yes, you can.
basically, I want to make that marrow experience something I experienced under the ocean, and it was a time that I had to watch my patron. It took a whale, and it made the whale experience seemingly a lifetime of birthing young and then experiencing the young die in horrific ways. And so it's the whale calls of a whale experiencing unimaginable suffering, and I want to
Wow.
play that through its mind.
Oh my god. That's so good.
It wasn't fun to listen to.
No, that's super deep. Okay.
Those are some dissonant whispers.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'll give you advantage to this, but you need to make me a Constitution saving throw as you start to concentrate.
Oh, the
On
rocking and
this.
everything.
Yeah.
Constitution saving. It's a 4.
Ah, this is a really good idea, and I'm sorry I have to take it away from you. However, you do have another d20 that you can roll from advantage that you had before.
On something else, you're saying?
You can roll another d20 right
Oh, use the advantage
have-
from before on this?
Yeah.
I would like to do that.
now. Okay.
This is the
This
Constitution
is
save
your
again.
inspiration.
Okay.
Slightly better.
6.
You need to banish your dice.
Okay, I'm gonna put this one over here. For now.
Jail it.
The pain aches within you, and you start to whisper, but it's so loud you can't even hear it come off your lips.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it does not work, but it's a really good idea.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. However, it sees you trying to do something and takes that harpoon and goes to plunge it into you.
The one that was in my
No,
leg?
he was going.
Oh, I was trying to kill the one that was freeing her. Or that was holding her.
The other one's going
Yeah,
towards
okay,
you.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one goes towards you. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, and that's a dirty 20.
Oh.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah, so that is 11 points of piercing damage. And strength contest, straight up strength modifier.
Oh no. This is just, you said straight up? No mods?
Your strength modifier.
Okay. It'd be 11.
Well, I rolled a 2. So he's pulling on it and pulling on it. We'll say, roll me a d6, we'll figure out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm worried about that 5.
Wherever that went.
I went underneath them.
6.
So your left leg just plunges it in there, and the two of you have got harpoons in your leg, pulling it up. Oh. Yeah.
Bone.
So we've got Mongor standing there in front of this other guy who's freaking out because this whole situation with his friend that got knocked over, and he is going to attempt to harpoon as well.
Okay.
That's a 3 on the die.
That's a miss.
That's all that can happen there. Top of the round.
Great. You know what? I feel like Mongor's got this, so I'm
Beating up the ship.
It's the wind.
yeah. I'm nimble. I'm gonna take my chances here, and I'm gonna go after this guy that's on Skull instead.
Thank you.
All right.
So I need to roll my dex, right?
Yes,
Acrobatics?
you do.
Or is it acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, which is pretty good.
Should be better than your next thing.
It is, yeah. Acrobatics, I get a 15.
You're fine.
Okay, cool.
You actually use it. You're like,
Yeah. One leg up, like just slide.
Would slide over by.
Yeah. Like I'm on some ice or something. Okay, so now I'm stabbing. I get a 11.
nope.
Okay.
You kind of slide a little bit too far. You notice that, so as you're sliding, you notice that the one that was holding on to Kira's harpoon has noticed you and let go of the rope.
Useful.
Okay.
Yeah.
My acrobatics demand attention.
Yes, that's true.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay.
I'm going to try to grapple this guy again. Oh, take the back. I'm going to try to punch this guy for an unarmed attack.
All right.
That's better. 19 to hit.
Totally hits.
Does all of 8 points of damage.
Womp womp.
But
Solid
when I
hit.
stun him, then I get a bonus grab on him.
Okay.
It's a contested athletics check.
14 on the die.
And I'm going to beat him because I got advantage on that for a 24.
Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for.
So, yep, that's all for this round.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, Kira, you see that happen.
Mhm.
You see that happen.
Mhm.
What do you do?
Well, I'm tied to a mast, so I'm kind of out of the fighting. So what I'd like to do is cast minor illusion on myself to make it look like I'm part of the mass, so like nobody sees me. And before, if I may, kind of like grab the rope real quick and then do that. So like I just look like I'm in the, like not there.
Okay, easy. Boom. It just looks like more water is flying around you like a little tiny hurricane.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna
Scuttle.
Okay, so am I in melee range with him?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
And you have a harpoon in your
I
leg.
got a harpoon in your leg. No, I don't like that. I think I'm gonna summon my packed weapon and then attack. Okay. Can I describe the packed weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically what happens is every visible pore of my body begins to seep an oily black ink that runs down my body to my arm and forms into a big 4-bladed anchor,
Wow.
which is effectively a war pick.
Oh my
But
God.
I like the idea of a kelp-covered anchor.
That's so cool. I guess.
And then I swing it at the marrow.
Okay, that is very intimidating. Also, roll intimidation.
Okay, so
roll
which first?
Roll intimidation first because that's crazy.
The intimidation is at 21.
Yeah, it looks at you and just has no idea what it's looking at. So you have
I barely know.
you have advantage.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You freaked it out
Oh,
because
the bad
you
one.
freaked me out.
So this is the attack. No, 8 plus be 2 and 2, so 12.
Oh, so
I never
close.
finished the video.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
But he's backed up and now he's bumped into his friend.
Hey.
Yeah. He actually jumps overboard. You freaked him out. However, he has the rope in his hand.
Oh, no.
I need you to make me roll acrobatics. I'm sorry, athletics.
Athletics. What is that one?
You really want to roll high.
8 plus 4, 12.
Okay, so everybody, the waves are rushing, everything's. You can see everything. Actually, Mongor, you can't. You're focused on the guy in front of you. You see this happen, and this creature's freaking out, kind of scurries back, jumps overboard with your friend. That is where we're going to stop this episode. I can't believe that just happened.
Did you get yanked off?
He got yanked off. And we're going to stop right there. We're going to continue with the Sea King's Malice Frog God games in the next episode. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking. Why would you think I'm panicking?
Hold your breath, Skull.
Oh my God, you're underwater. So many emotions are happening in the next episode. So stay tuned and watch it because it's going to be crazy.